Kooima Ag, the premier egg knife manufacturer in the United States.
Good morning, everyone. This is Nolan with Kooima Ag. Today we're going to show you an install video of our Kooima knives in a Claas 494 all the way up to 502 machine. What we happen to have back here is a 502 machine from a local contractor. We've already installed most of the knives, but to get to this point, obviously we opened up the feed roll cabinet and we parked the shear bar so we can get the shear bar out of our way. I'm going to show you a very strategic way of how we determine rights and lefts in our knives. Our knives will come in our box. They will have notches on them. The notch indicates the outside of the drum. So what I'm holding here is a right-hand knife. Okay, so the notches go to the outside. Obviously we have a notch on the left-hand side drum. All the knives will come in pairs with 4 bolts. And I want to show you how we install them, notches out. So what we're going to do, I have the drum here set for a right-hand and left-hand knife. What I'm going to do, I'm going to grab this one and put your feet on. The feet always go to the outside, same as Claas, everything else. Feet go to the outside. It's nice to have it implanted on the knife when you start it. Obviously you know what I'm talking about if you've changed knives before. And what we're going to do is that foot, we're just going to hand tighten this side. And we're going to let that side float, but we're going to put the bolt on. Another bolt without the foot on the inside. Without feet on the inside, feet on outside. Okay, we're going to start this with my hand. And very lightly, with the smallest impact that we have, we're going to snug the outside first. These knives are ground in to a T every time. We grind them in on our grinder. You snug this side and this side floats to where it's got to be, but you snug this with the impact. Bring it up, and then I want you to hit this side again. We're going to do that at all the knives, and then we're going to torque them last. Okay, so slight impact, hard impact, and then another hard. Then, with shear bar parked, I always like to take the knife that we're working on, slide it past the bar, make sure you got a visual that you didn't do anything wrong. The left-hand side, I'm going to do the right-hand side now. Same thing. Foot, outside, bolt. Notch of the knife to the outside. So if the lettering or anything ever wears out, you know how a Kooima knife needs to get installed. No foot, bolt on the inside. We recommend new bolts. There's a big argument whether or not you need new clamps every time you change knives. I think it's a good idea. Not just trying to sell you clamps. It is just a good idea to put new hardware on each time. Totally up to you. It's your cutter. So I like to hand tighten them. Most cutter drums, that thread is so free. You can tighten it by hand. We're going to snug. We're going to hit it a little hard. Then we're going to hit this one back again. And it's good every time. Went right past the shear bar. Now, knives are going to come in pairs, just like Claas. We have to do the other side. So we're down to the last side. notch to the outside, notch, clamp. Since you've been spinning this drum around numerous times already, I always recommend one last spin around. That's how to install them. Right after this, we're going to torque them. Now, there's several arguments what torque to run them at. Claas suggests 225, as we do. We have our torque wrench set at 225 foot-pounds. We can go around and torque them. Does not state which bolt to torque first. They are relatively snug, so they're not going to move. So I'm going to say outside and then inside first. After you torque it, I always like to put a mark on the bolt so that you know it's torqued. This is Nolan. Thank you for your time.